watching me. Guy's a genius.
That's fine. Where's Lottie headed?
Tommy was swimming website.
Okay, could you take me there?
I'll take you. If you want. So where you from?
I'm from here. You?
Oh, I'm from New Orleans. Where I still like it, though. Think it's cool to see the mother and daughter working together. How long y'all been acting?
We actually don't really act. A friend of mine put me on, and I was hoping he'd be a good experience for me.
Well, you guys did great.
How'd you end up in maintenance here?
I got incarcerated when I was young. 2 years. There was a lot of opportunity when I got out. Chocolate, we had this program. Just thought I'd bit up my resume and work the coding at night.
Coding?
Yeah, I got this crypto mining farm. It's in my property. I think I know some of that is too. Do you even know what that is, or am I just like, I'm ass playing?
I'm doing a little bit of both, but it's cute enough.
Look, there it is. Look, I got a rhyme. You ever got a problem with your fridge or your phone, or you spill your coffee? You said, oh yeah, for sure.
You white piece of shit. I hope you get shot in the theater.
Mr. Chocolate, that was a blocking. We weren't filming. Miss, sorry. Have you seen my daughter? Little girl with the cornrows. They said she would be on this. I think they're on the John Witherspoon stage now. I'm sorry. This is unacceptable. Who is with my daughter? I'm sorry. I'm directing 2 pilots and starring in another. I just bring people where he tells me Mr. Chocolate is the only person who actually knows what's going on. You need to bring me to my daughter right now. Right now. Okay. Yes. You realize you can't just take somebody's child without their permission and like kidnapping? Ma'am, I'm sorry this happened. But you won't even remember this when she wins that BET award. The script has a woman eating a crack sandwich. Yeah. Mr. Chocolate is a wild boy. He's not even thinking. I didn't even let her do this. I didn't even let her watch this. Well, my kids love it. It's funny. Me and my grandma watch his HIV drama, Love After Diagnosis, sometimes after church.
I love his rap musical about the black law professor that kills all her white students. That shit was lit.
Yeah, but it's not good.
I don't know. He won like 30 NAACP awards and a bunch of BET ones.
Yeah, some black awards.
So, only the white ones try to see you?
You know what I mean.
Say what you want about Mr. Chocolate, but he's done a lot for the community.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to find the black.
Even OJ.
Even though
Even OJ.
Lord knows. I don't know what they said about me. I don't know what you heard. Okay? But sometimes you don't get the answers you're looking for. Go ahead and ask them. Why am I here, Mama? None of us asked to be here. Just go through life and hope for the best.
Why am I here with you? Why didn't you protect me? Isn't that what mothers are supposed to do?
What the hell? Lottie. Lottie. Where is she? I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know where she is. Well, I'm sure she's safe. Mr. Chocolate is always watching and he has plans for her. What the fuck are you saying? It's so fucking cold. It's just me. Security. I'm sorry. I can't find my daughter.
Okay, look, I can't actually help you.
Your security.
Technically, the monster's the intern too. Here's your call.
Thanks. daughter.
This is a private residence.
He has my daughter, and I'm gonna get him.
Ma'am, we're going to call the police.
You know what? Call the police. I want them here. Give me my daughter. Okay, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. No, tell me what's happening. You have my daughter, and nobody's fucking helping me find her. So now it's okay. It's okay. Okay.
Don't you worry.
Okay. Let her in.
She has no clearance, ma'am. This is Mr. Chocolate's personal space.
Ma'am, these are fake M16s from the film War God. Please, don't shoot me.
Go in, baby. The chocolate?
Oh, hey, Larry. I was just writing on my piano. Scripts are like music to me. Steve Jobs made that for me.
No.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Play action. It's Newton. He's got a man Complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 34. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Gun.
Throwing is Newton. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Newton. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. They fake the give. Newton. Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Break. 20.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Working the sideline. He's got Hall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Gun.
Here's Newton. Flushed out right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their own 27. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now on 2nd and 16. Locke. This is the tight end fan. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Seahawks at 5 and 10 now on the year. And they come in at just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They look to throw. It's Locke. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. That is caught by Mims. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. In trouble, and he's taken down. Boye Mafe in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decide to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
What you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. On first down, it's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Hall. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Gun. Great.
Newton. This pass out wide to Hall. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal. Now it's Newton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Darrell Taylor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal from 28 yards out. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Woolen will return it from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything. Walker hit and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. There's the stiff arm.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it? And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Cam looking to throw. That's caught. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Woolen will return it from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lock. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Clock now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Seahawks send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And here comes Berrios. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now.
Come the fuck on.
They want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Newton. This pass complete to Ruckert. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter,
they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Newton to throw. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown there as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Woolen will return it from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Hall. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jordan Brooks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 19-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
20.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
Great. Hey!
Play action. It's Newton. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And he's got room. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
Good. Great.
On 1st down, Newton. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Newton now to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Trey Brown.
There he goes, right side. And he will take this one out. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. Oh, he's hit. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As I look down at the sideline and see the special teams coach, you can just see those shoulders sagging, can't you?
Absolutely.
You talk about having some great emotion going. Think about the elation he was feeling on the return. Everything synced up well, blocked well, everything was going great. And then they end up dropping the football.
And a nice job, though, to make that football come out defensively.
It was. Give them credit for making that happen. And boy, I just feel the pain of that poor guy.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football
with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Great. Gun. 8.
After the run, Newton going to throw.
He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
20.
Throwing is Newton.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great play there. 26 yards. And the Jets are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw it is Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go.